Scaling your agency. This is the third part, 3 different episodes about scaling your agency because it's that important and all of the things that you need to do.
Insurance dudes are on a mission to escape being handcuffed by our agencies.
How? By uncovering the secrets to creating a predictable, consistent, and profitable agency sales machine.
I am Craig Pretzinger.
I am Jason Feldman.
We are agents.
We are insurance dudes.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Insurance Dudes. I'm your host, Craig Pretzinger, and today we're going to be talking about something extremely important, and not just insurance, but in any business: setting clear goals and expectations and staying ahead of the curve by embracing innovation. Now, in our line of work, it's easy to get caught up in the day-to-day operations that we sometimes lose sight of the bigger picture. And that's where goal setting comes in. So we talked a little bit about goal setting, tracking and measuring, accountability for the team. But what about for us, right? It's really important. Now, I don't mean vague, wishy-washy ideas of what we'd like to achieve. I mean being specific, measurable for all of us as agency owners. So how do we do this? Well, for starters, we need to identify what we want to achieve. Okay, are we looking to increase our policy sales by 10% this quarter? Or maybe we want to improve our customer satisfaction scores. But once we've established what that goal is, we can then break it down, the big overarching goals, into smaller, more achievable tasks for our team members. And then they're going to be aligned with us. But it's not just enough to set these goals. We need to communicate these goals. It has to be everything. Every team member should know exactly what's expected of them and how those goals align with the goals of the agency as a whole. Because if the agency's successful, they're going to be successful. They're going to maintain a job. They're going to have a career. Less stress, right? Because we all know what needs to be done for this place to be here and take care of us. So again, regular team meetings, those one-on-one catch-ups, and even simple emails can go a long way in ensuring everybody's on the same page. And you got to keep going back to it, because what happens is people forget, right? And if we're not talking about it all the time, we're going to forget, right? It's easy to get mired down in the day-to-day. And remember, it's okay to adjust these goals as we go along. The market's always changing, and we're going to need to be flexible enough to change with it. Regularly reviewing our performance and adjusting the goals according to what's happening is not only smart, but it's absolutely necessary. You have to do it. So now let's shift gears a little bit and talk about the other part that I brought up at the beginning, which is innovation. We're in a digital era, a digital age, folks. Insurance industry, like any other, needs to stay up to date so it doesn't become blockbuster. So as agency owners, it's our responsibility to know what are the emerging technologies, what are the trends, what's going on, and how can we take advantage and maximize this. A key ingredient to our success is investing in continuous education and training. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be about insurance. We don't necessarily need to learn more about insurance, because this may not be what our role is, which is to define the insurance, to talk about the insurance. The old days, that was the role, right? We're the neighborhood agent. We have to be doing these things. But as we scale, we need to replace that source of information away from us, replace ourselves with a team that can do that. It's a never-ending journey, guys, where each destination is going to bring new knowledge, new insights, adaptability. Just take my agency, for instance. A couple of years back, we implemented this new policy management system CRM that handled leads, handled all the different things from the point that a lead came in to them becoming a client. And it was a really tricky and complicated system to manage everything. So there was a lot of pushback. Some of the team members found it very challenging, and they didn't want to change, right? But we understood. I was super clear about the importance of this tool and what it was going to do for them and how it would help the agency as a whole, because it was going to make us faster. It was going to make us more dangerous in our ability to connect with more people. Dangerous may not be the right word in the current environment, but it just made us more powerful and more optimized. So we conducted a bunch of training sessions. We brought in some coaches to help trade it. And within a few weeks, we're navigating the new system like pros. So it can seem like an insurmountable task at the beginning, but as we work through it and you just get through it, it all comes together. And it wasn't just about learning the tool, but really creating and fostering the environment that embraced the change and values learning. So everybody here is always learning. Another thing that we do is I bring books in and we'll read the book. We'll talk about the book. And hey, the same goes for staying up to date with trending social media platforms, right? There's all these different social media platforms out there. As agents, we tend to love Facebook, but don't forget, there's some new kids in town. We have Instagram, we have TikTok, we have YouTube. So we have all of these different things that are great ways to create client engagement. So you can do things for the clients. There's a lot of agents that really take advantage of this and have a lot of fun with it too. And it's not just about technology. We also have to prioritize learning the latest customer service techniques too, right? This is something that has to be constantly honed. And especially as folks are coming up, younger folks that grew up in the digital world where there wasn't a lot of phone conversation and phone practice and phone skills developed. I can tell you, my kids, 21-year-old and a 17-year-old, they don't have the best phone skills. They don't love the phone. They don't love talking on the phone. They'd rather text. But you know what? We had to teach them the appropriate things to say so they don't sound terrible on the phone. So we did this also. We did some training on customer service here in the agency. And what do you think that did to the retention side? Well, it helped a lot with customer satisfaction and retention rates, right? Any effort that you put into something is going to have an impact, some amount. And so identify those areas in the agency where you can create growth and help to keep more business on the books is a great opportunity. And finally, of course, there's the exciting world of digital marketing strategies, thing that I love. With the internet, it's bridging gaps. We've got an opportunity to reach a wider audience. We can get more people. We can attract new clients as long as we do it the right way. A few years ago, we barely had an online presence at all. Of course, the Insurance News has helped out a lot with that because our name is there and then it drives some traffic over to our agency site. But even before that, we worked with an SEO company. Now we're doing that in-house. We have our own SEO, but optimizing our own website, not necessarily the carrier website, but a static web or a non-carrier affiliated website that doesn't speak any language about the carrier, but just a place to create more visibility, put videos, that kind of thing. We also ventured into, we did over, in the past, we looked at social media advertising. It used to do really well. I can tell you at this point, it doesn't make sense from a cost per sale standpoint. We just don't get the traction. But again, all great places to look, and we could really create our digital footprint by creating content about insurance on various social media and online. It's very helpful. So when we talk about education, training, embracing innovation is not just buzzwords. It's a living, breathing practice that's been instrumental in the growth of our agency. And I can speak the same for Jason as well, even though he's not here. Are you? You here, Jason? No, he's not here. Remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about being willing to learn and adapt. We have to do. If we think about it, we talk about it, that's nice, but we actually have to do it, right? And that goes back to those goals. Set those goals. So we appreciate you listening. Thank you. Hope this was helpful. If it was, leave a comment, hit the subscribe button, and share it with a friend. We appreciate you listening. Thank you. Take care.